Welcome to the live. Welcome, 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 welcome. David Price, welcome. Hi, sister. People, big up. Welcome to the live. Welcome, welcome to the kitchen. This is where we get all the love we need in the kitchen. With all the love food. You know, you have grow food, go food, sight food, all the different food. So the love one, the grow one, not grow, glow, sorry, not grow, not Grow, glow food makes you glow. Put age aside. Yes. So just give me a sec. As you walk in, could you kindly just give me the thumbs up? Please, 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 please. Tap your screen, tap the thumbs up, tap the thumbs up. I would like to see some likes going there. We love the kitchen, we like the thumb. I'm back. Thank you very much. Thank you, EDK Smith. Thank you. Welcome. The kitchen. The place to be. All the time. Every time. Yes. It's a pleasure to have you in the kitchen with food. Place where we talk, we play, we cook, we eat, we share. Yes. Memory of some of the things that you did know about. Oh boy, And sometimes you saw something and said, oh yeah, yeah. And sometimes, you can do it yourself. Encouraging yourself to do what you want to do in the kitchen. Okay? Let me see what's going on here. So it's a grand welcome to be in the kitchen, especially when it comes at coming on to holiday. We have more food to prepare, more than we can think of. Yes, so welcome to the kitchen. Welcome for those that are listening out of my time zone. For those that are watching, because some our time are different. And because our time are different, sometimes they can't even tune in. But even the after live, then they will watch it. Okay? These things are so hard to snap in. You want it to snap in and it's not snapping in at all. Where do I guess? Okay, here you go. You're not in my hair, so let me do this. Yes. Welcome, hi Jack. Hi Jack Gunderson. What's cooking? Okay. I am doing pasta in tomato sauce. David Price, welcome. Not just that you are going to put on the pasta. So let me show you where I go and where I am coming from. So you put your, let me tilt my thing down, but you will interrupt with down here. It seems I forget to charge the other one last night. Okay. So this is your tomato. I'm just doing a small amount. This now. I put them in the hot water in order to take off that outer layer skin from it. If it is coarse. So let me pour the water out. And of course, the water is vigorously boiling. And so I am going to put my noodles in. My scissors are getting worthless. So yes, here am I going to be putting in my noodles. Water on the fire. When you are getting noodles in the pot, you make sure that your water is vigorously boiling. If not, you will have something like the noodles are sticking together after it cooks. I just wanted to have a look at the, there goes the flame and there goes the pot. Don't forget to put a little oil in the water. Helps to stop the noodle from, or the pasta, whatever we call it, from sticking together. And that boils for some minutes. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Pasta tonight for dinner? Oh yeah, we can do that. With a long glass of red wine. Do you know that wine goes with pasta? Yes. Wine, sometimes we do not do the things that really needed. White wine for meat. Red wine for pasta. Instead of that, we do probiotic. For those that didn't know, let me introduce this to you. This is a woman. I don't know if they have the men, but I know it goes for everybody. I want you to look at it properly. This is a probiotic. Avocado work the same way. After you eat certain meat, this works for the guts to separate the bad bacteria or whatever. This is what it looks like here. Get a bottle, read it properly what it says. It is a probiotic. You use avocado, it works like this. So those bad, that's funny. I am making pasta tonight. For we all consider and think of same way, don't it? So get yourself a bottle of this. Be it man, you have it for children too. Probiotic. And then you read for yourself and see what happened. It stores in the fridge, refrigerator, or you can store it outside of the refrigerator. No problem. Now I am going to chop finely or small and onion. And don't forget your bay leaf. Don't forget your bay leaf. Goes nice with pasta. Jack, get some bay leaf. Yes, you can use yogurt. Yes, you can use the yogurt. If you have your avocado, yes, work. Jack, you know the thing, man. Oh, well, you know we have bright people in the kitchen, man. You see what I tell you about the kitchen? Is everything we learn about in the kitchen? So when I'm telling you about the kitchen is to like maybe somebody else there didn't know. Jack does know. Right? So here what I am going to do here. You buy the tomato paste. You get the tomato paste. Okay. I am not sure of what my pantry looks like. I don't know if more tomato paste is not there. But if I have no more tomato paste, then I improvise something. While it is boiling, I'm just going to put just one leaf in there. When I'm doing the sauce, then I put the others. So you cut the onion as small as you possibly can. Naturally, this is not going to cook with the sauce. Everyone should like to learn. And guess what? Some of the times, person will say, but I know it. It's no problem that you know it. But learn. Because sometimes you saw something, you know it one way, and something. It's not that you're not going to, but you learn. Be a sponge. If you go in fill your sponge filled with water or liquid, there is no place for you to learn anything. You know? There was one time when I was much younger, because I'm dealing with food from maybe from in the stomach, because my parents, they are this type of persons. So maybe I'm dealing with food from in the stomach. And one of my first job, since I did not get everything that I need from the classroom, I decided to send myself back to school, and I got this job. So this job I work in the day and I go evening classes, because there's something I need and I have to work on it because I need it. Welcome. Will you kindly put some likes on the screen for me? Thank you very much. Give me some holiday likes, man. Give me some Christmas likes. When you're giving away presents for Christmas, don't you go hunting for the presents? Alright. I'm making some Christmas likes. To everyone that is on the screen, I am begging you some Christmas likes. I'm begging some holiday likes. I don't want any turkey. I just need some likes. So for a thing there and Christmas, I begging those likes. Okay? You don't have to give me anything more. Don't worry, look for any presents, any expensive presents and trying to get it to me. All you have to do, give me some likes up there. That's all I am asking for. Some likes. Okay? Give me some likes. Man. So yes. And my first place that I work, I think that was my first job. It's in a big established restaurant. And you know, I wasn't maybe this size, maybe I wasn't even so tall. Sometimes when I really look at it, because I am just 5 little bit. So, and I didn't have this size I have, so I was like, you know, a neat little girl. So when I started working there, the cook said, "Can you cook?" I said, "Sure." And asked again, I said, "Try me." Yeah. Oh, that wasn't actually my first job. My first job was at a resort. But I was responsible for all the tourists that was coming in. And most of them wanted to taste the Jamaican cuisine. So I was the one there to register, to do this, to do that, and yeah. So I said, try me. And while I was there, it was visited by one of the prime minister that was in Jamaica. They came to have breakfast that day, and I was at the hem of everything, because the owners that took me, when they found out that I could handle myself efficiently, they throw me in the front row. So I am V1. And the request that day was ackee and saltfish with fried dumpling and other things to the side. So here am I. And they brought some Caribbean cookbooks to give out. And I got the cookbooks. I was the one who issued them after they left them in my care to other persons. Now, when you finish with your noodles, To stop the cooking process, you are going to run it under the cool water. That is what you do to stop the cooking process. If you just leave it like that, it stays there, cook, and then it get too of its side. So skip from there to where I got the job at the restaurant. So you know the cook, whatever. There was a Kiwanis meeting, and we're catering for the Kiwanis members that day. That was the restaurant they were coming to eat and all the rest of it. So you know everybody have to be on their toes. So he there was roasting the beef. And every time he opened the oven, oh sure, it was. It get on my nice little tip to you. Yeah. It on my nice little tip. Yeah. So every time he opened the oven, you know, turn the beef. And I was there watching him. In spite of him doing something else, I was doing the soup, and yeah. So we have to be moving in unison because we have to be on time. And so I said to him, I don't like to interfere with people and their job because mainly maybe I'm learning something. Each time he turned the beef, the side that was hot and getting brown, when it goes down, it get back white. So the beef was not getting the color it should and was not cooking as what you want out of it. So I said to him, baste the beef. And let me tell you something. If I was a person that easily, maybe I would have fight that being there. Believe me. The man laughed at me. The man said, baste the beef. Call some other workers. Who never get the needle and thread. Because you know, in sewing, when you are constructing a garment, you base it is called base. So it's some long stitch you put in order to get your thing how you want it. The man laughed at me, and the man is there, could not get the color that he needed. Because each time when you turn it over, you know that side go down, and then you turn it again. And so I said to him, okay, where you gonna learn cooking? Where you come from? And he went on to claim he's embarrassing me. I look at him and I laugh. Let me call the operator the cutting board. He came in and he find it so funny. He found it as a joke that he's trying to show me up. You know, I came there and I don't even know anything, and he's showing me up. So she called me in her office, and she was straight faced, and she said to me, like she would say, you know, the fork said so and so. I said, yes, ma'am. She said, so, and I told her what I saw him doing. And if he did it the way I said, he would have less us. So she called him one away and said to him, try what she said. And in no time, the pretty color that the beef get, because you're not turning it while you're doing your bit, you're taking up the liquid that is there. That is the reason why you have this thing that they use for especially turkey, and the syringe, and then you spew it over, you leave it, and it is there doing its thing. The man tried to embarrass me so much. I felt, but because I know what I was saying, I know what I was doing, what I didn't know is as if he was smarter than that, he would have asked me some questions, and I would be willing to show it to him. It's when I went home, man, because I have some cookbooks as well, plus the one that the Prime Minister gave me, and that was in it as well. And I just found a page, took it to me with me the next day to the work, and I opened to the page, and I said to him, read this, and walk away and leave it. And I'm not lying to you, I had no reason to. No reason to. He's in his apron, and he stand up, and he look at it, and he read, and I am out of the side of my eyes glancing on it, because I was looking after some chicken, and I glanced at him, and he stand up with a book, and I said, don't flip the page any further. I am just proving to you what we spoke about yesterday. And oh, you felt you were embarrassing me because I'm so stupid. I said, you are so stupid, you're asking for needle and thread. You idiot. Just take my book and put it in my bag. And all we shared it is a joke with. Everybody stood in awe. I said, you have a job now. You need to go and call all who you were behaving so with me. You need to go back and tell them the proof. You know, from that, him never roast a beef or chicken or pork, anything that is roasting. He never take it up and turn it over again. You started a joke. It set the whole world laughing. You think it was, but the joke wasn't you. I just sang that song for you. You started a joke, and you think the joke was on me, but the joke was on you. You started to cry. You set the whole world crying. You didn't know that the joke wasn't you. So when you go into something, be like a sponge. Forget what you know. You know it, you know, but you don't push it up to people and say, oh, I don't need to look at this because I know it. Absorb what you're getting. Yeah. Homer, absorb what you are getting. Soak up what you are getting. And that's the reason why a lot of bees, wasps, never learn to make honey. Because bees teach him how to make the comb. And he thought, yes, I get it. And all was can do from that day onward is to make the honeycomb, or is to make the comb. Never can make honey. And a lot of person is like that. If I know the thing, you think I'm telling you say I know it? No, I am looking on how you put it across to me, or I absorb it, and there's something you're going to do. I said, oh, I didn't know it could do that. Yeah, I never tried that way. This, I went to upgrade a course I was doing, and there was a lot of us. I think that day, I think in that class was about 12 of us, and everybody's saying, and everybody's saying, and everybody. I never, not even the tutor, I don't let them know that I know, because I work into the health system. I say nothing. I went there to learn. I never got there for go dictate to anybody. So it's learn I am learning. And we have some tests. And this lady walked over to me and she said, "You're getting it? So you must do it, you know." I said, okay. Yeah, man. The next lady was sitting beside me and she feel like, because I am not saying anything, boy, breakfast varied. Trust me. Especially to the persons that do hard work like construction work and things like that. Breakfast is varied. Some stiff dumpling and whatever. Something that you would say, well, that is dinner. That's breakfast. And they will tell you I'm eating a heavy breakfast. Roast breadfruit. You will have bread with maybe liver. For those that eat liver, I don't eat the animal organs. Steamed callaloo, roast, fried dumpling, and some good nice chocolate tea with the oil stand up on there. Yeah. So roasted breadfruit, bread, and dumpling, yam, and it's varied. It's varied. It's varied. Porridge, yeah, don't forget that one. Porridge serves with apparently crackers and stuff like that. In Jamaica, it is varied. You understand? So, especially for the sedentary people, will eat something, although they will have a bite of the dumpling and the yam. Sometimes some of them said it's too heavy for the morning. But this is what we don't understand. The heavier meal is ate in the morning, and then you came down to the light for the evening, because you fast all night. You didn't get up and eat. While you're on your feet in the days, you will eat 2-3 times snacks and all them things. When you're sleeping, you're not snacking. So when you got up, the heavier meal is best in the morning. People say don't eat carbs. That's the first thing your brain reach for. That's the energy for your muscles. That is the fuel for your muscles. So it is varied. Nice roasted breadfruit, and some person do their roast breadfruit with Aquarian saltfish, steamed callaloo. I tell you. So back to what I was saying. The lady that was sitting beside me, we were not on the same, but her chair were close to me. So she feels so much. Because this girl don't show off herself. I don't talk. I just observe and yeah. She got up from beside me because she sure say I know nothing and she can't ask me nothing. Yes. So when we get the test and two glance at the paper and my fingers like that, finish and turn down my paper until they say bring up your test paper. Oh, and like after you get back your test paper, came to me and asked me, you get them? Sure I do. Let me see your paper. And you know, say, hold on. Oh, you know, were you in nursing? Maybe. You see, when we went for when we did our final test, this lady, she thought she knew it so much. And I'm really sorry for her because I tried to help her afterward. She thought she knew it so much. And I keep saying to her, empty yourself. Come in not knowing. Come in to learn. Okay? Good. And even when we went and did our perimetric, it was afterward when we sat around the computer and she and I did not do our perimetrics at the same time. I went and did mine and she went first and she called me and she said, I failed. I said, no, there's no way you can fail. When I did mine, she called me. We did find our test. Our marks wasn't really good. She makes so much mistakes and you are in the test room. You could not say, do this or do that. Because of course it's just two went in. So there are things you just couldn't help anybody. And I passed my test as if drinking a glass of water. When we went to the computer to do the and she called me and said, how you did? I said, well, 100 out of 100. And the marks not low. Your pass mark high. She said, how are you doing? She said, oh, that means to say, yeah. She said, but you never say anything in class. I said, no reason to say anything. You didn't come to class to come tell everybody what I do and what I did. No, I came there to learn. This was me from my country. And when I did my things in my country, yeah. Right? I came to upgrade here because I could not use all of what I have to obtain a job here. I have to go back and do some things. Right? So, went and do cooking tests the same way, not up here. And when I went to do my thing, and everybody said, what? I say what jerks you people is because you do not. You go dictate to the professor then. I don't go there to dictate. I went there to learn. And if they give me something that I'm not sure of, I went and do my research. Then I get back to them. Fried dumpling and oh girl, is a girl or a boy? Who said that? Jack? Oh sure man. I tell you, you have to just take time because it. Yes, fried dumpling, boiled dumpling. You know, and some with their nice juice. Okay, I'm gonna strip these and chop them. You want to put this on and stir and turn it a little bit. Not a well cooked thing. And then I dressed up what I am doing. Now this is optional what I am doing here with the onion. I just want an onion sauce going with the tomato sauce. So this is optional if you want to do this. And you set it up there. So you're just going to stir fry this. So it's not going to really cook like that. You're just going to, and as I said, it is optional. So when you go to learn something, do not go in with your wealth of knowledge. You go get it from them. And you will know how to twist and turn theirs. I'm not seeing any likes, you people not. That's the only present I'm asking for, you know, the likes. I hope I have. And of course, I'm going to use some olive oil. Knowing when you're doing stir fry, it's not a lot of oil. You just want to just grease the thing a little bit and get it going, because you don't want a lot of oil on top of the thing there. This is where this is a nice flavor thing. You can use it in almost every dish that you do. Give it a nice unique taste. And if you want, you can put a pinch of salt in this. And I love to cook with my wooden spoon. This one is not wood, this is bamboo. Okay. This is how you remove this skin from here, or this outer layer, whatever they call it, from this. First time when I was a child, this part of it was not cut and put on your plate to eat. They just throw the hot water over it and strip it. And that's how it's used to serve. Now it is being cut with this outer layer, which there is a danger to it, which we pay no attention to. They tell you not to heat the tomato skin because it is not really that, that the mildew mill it out. That's the one inside. So it have, and this is one, it says like the wheat. It put holes in your intestine. There's a name for it, and I get that the name I let you know. We'll say it punctures hole in your guts. So, and since I came here, the medical people them say that as well. It is like the ox of the wheat. You know that you look at the wheat and you see those ox from whatever. They say it is not wholesome. Ah, the name is out of me right now. What it is being called. So, they punctures hole into your intestine. So it's best to strip it. That's the reason why you heard they said tomato is not good for eat, but they put it to the men that with their colon or their prostate. Just a little bit of black pepper right here. Yeah. Okay, that is it. It's known we're traveling to Okay, because I do not have any tomato paste, I'm going to put this tomato now in the pot, and this is going to be for just a few minutes. Because I don't have any tomato paste, I am going to use some of this type of tomato sauce. But if you have the tomato paste, that is very good. You're not adding any water or anything like that. So I am going to put some of this in there. You get another low flame. This I chopped tomatoes in it as well. So no problem. It's only that the tomato paste would be much smoother, but no problem. When you're cooking, you have to improvise some of the things. now you can put a pinch of salt or a pinch of salt in there. You can put a little bit of, if you wanted, some black pepper. You can put that in like this. Let me get rid of you all. Thank you. And if you want a taste of pepper, I wouldn't cut a pepper, but I would just put a little bit of this one. Not to be too spicy, just, the taste. And remember, as I said, you don't put any water. The tomato itself have enough liquid in it. Smells nice on the fire. In a few, lunch is served. No, this is just tomato. And because it cooks all, you will realize that it's like a meat. The first time, well, not the first time, but there's some Chinese I used to cook for, and this is how they like it. And I always said, the meat have to go in there. It's optional. If you want to put, chunk of meat, bits of meat in there, fine. But it is optional. What I did is, but that is not going to be done now. And these two don't work together either. I season, what is what he look like? Curry. This is chicken. So these are seasons to put. So I was just thinking to, some of it and throw in there. What's optional? What if a person don't eat meat and they just want it? I don't want it. Good to go. You could use more tomato than the amount I use. But believe me, the taste do not ask for the taste of meat. It just tastes good, just tastes natural, just nice because you put your seasoning on it. You understand? What you can do is use some grains. And I use and you're gonna serve it, you can sprinkle some sliced almond over it. You don't actually put it to cook. Or you can throw it in a hot skillet, what some of it, turn it, and it sort of get brown, and then you over it. So you can do that. But optional, if you want some meat in it, you just do it like that, and there you go. But I always concerned of the people that, you know, don't really fool with meat and something like that. So you make a difference there. Nobody, 4 people, only 4 persons, 4. Even those that are looking on me on the side, man, please. You don't have to buy no liquor give me for Christmas, because you don't want to see me drunk, don't you? And okay, this is the onion, so you do it in that saucy thing there. So this is how we make like a bird nest, and then we drop these in the middle and around. Yeah, let me not put any more here. Yes, so we have that around. Okay, this is what I think is not working very well today. Okay, so you have the tomato like this. So you could say, well then, like this is the meat. So this is how it comes out. So you don't chop your tomato fine. You can even drop it in there whole. And so the sauce with it is like that. So this is the sauce. This is how you do your sauce. And believe you me, if you try it this way, even if you want to put meat, no problem. No problem. This is your pasta in tomato sauce. So you have, and let me tell you, Jack, get a bottle of bay leaf. Come back here and tell me. You're going to do it for dinner tonight, this evening. Get back here. Tomorrow I won't be in the kitchen. I will be on the Macy's parade. So I won't be in the kitchen. And Friday, I will be in a next event. And don't worry, you're going to be there. The only difference, you're not going to be cooking. We are not going to be in the kitchen. We are not going to be cooking. We are going to be having fun. Yeah. And if you like, you can add a little bit of this more in it. And the way the onion is being done, it's nice. Tastes nice. Quick, easy. So as I said, it's optional. Okay, let me sprinkle a little of this over it. And this is the almond. So you do that. And of course we put our um our lettuce. Okay. Seems that my lettuce is finished. So I will just do some decoration here. This is spinach. Come on, Jock, eat spinach. Eat your spinach. So you just do something like this. So if you see how much things you get right here. You get your carbs, you get your vitamin C. Eat, don't work with eat. A lot of people they put the thing on and say, oh, vitamin C. No, eat destroyed vitamins. So that's the reason why. So if you should do certain things, vitamin C in it is being destroyed. And you weren't here, Jack, but let me show you something else to make it look nice and easy and pretty. You know what is this? Instead of me using the red wine, you can have this and have the red wine too. Yes, Jack. What do you say about this? He says, sorry. Whoop. This is sending you to go cook, Jack. That's sorrel. Sorrel. The time of sorrel. My other stand, this one, because the phone is much. Let me see if I can get it. Oh dear. I just wanted to be, because I wouldn't have to be continue carrying up the thing to you for you to see it. Yes. This is the sorry. And this carries vitamin C, they said too. Yes. So this is it. Quick and easy meal. And it is tasty, I can tell you. Just eat it like that because you have your mindset on meat. If you don't even miss the meat. You don't even miss it. But as I said, optional. If you have fish, you can just cut your bits some piece of fish. You could put it with the onion, do them, because if you had too much, well, the tomato, yeah, because you're not adding water to it, you know. So if you're going to do meat, you'd have to do the meat by itself, so you know you get that tenderized, because the tomato is not going to be there for long in order to cook the meat. So you would have to actually cook the meat first, get them in cubes as much as you can, and then you add it to the sauce. All right? So that is how it is been done. I hope you get the drift of what I am saying. What I used to do is that we do a lot of tomato, and you know, I like the taste of the bay leaves in it. The bay leaves give you, and that's the leaf that make bay rum, you know. When I was growing up, they say you can cook with bay rum. That was like, you know, you don't pay much mind to it, but then after you grow up and you have to be skipping here, there, and everywhere, and you are doing things, and you are involving here and involving there, and then you start learning. So that is the reason why I don't knock down things that people say. Because some people say, I didn't grow up and see my people doing this. And so often you hear it. I will use, I said, my parents used to do this. I grew up there, but I realized I can add to it or take away from it. I can expand it or I can gnaw it up. But you have some people, I remember, heard somebody were knocking another person, and the person said, pimento seed. You can draw the sorrel with pimento seed. And the person laughed and said, me never hear me granny do that yet. Pimento seed? No, sir. And I was saying to myself, oh my God, you didn't know it. And you don't even try to get it in and say, you know, I'm going to try it and see what it is like. No. Because your mother and your father and your grand and great grand people didn't do it, doesn't mean it cannot be done. This is kitchen. This is food. And as I always said, this is where you learn. This is where you add and take away. This is where you experiment. This is where you do. The lawyer, the doctor, you name them, they are out of the kitchen. The classroom is in the kitchen. I remember going to school and teacher set up a mathematics on the board. And nobody could get it right. Actually, one person out of the class. Because when the teacher set it out and she explained the formula and all the rest of that. And everybody will show up the book and whatever. Only that she said, okay, let her work it out on the board for you. She couldn't get it. One student got up and worked out the maths on the board and get it right. You would say then, oh, the student know more than the teacher. She sat there to lead us. So some of the times, persons, not even some of the time, all the while, persons do things differently. Where I was living in Jamaica, I didn't grow up see the cutting bread and selling. When I turned an adult and went into one of the city, I went at a place. I saw the people going at the little corner shop, 2 slices of bread. I was like, this happened. Um, they want tomato sauce. 2 spoons of tomato sauce. At home is an entire loaf of bread by 2 loaves of bread. Sometimes bread still there spoiled. So when I went to this place and people walk in and asking like cooking oil, one little twits of cooking oil into one plastic tied. And I'm like, poverty is really wrong. I didn't know that people sells bread by the slice. 2 slices of bread or 1 slice of bread. And sometimes they can't buy 3 slices. And that frightens me. As I didn't know people livity was like that. So yes, sometimes if somebody had came and said to me, oh, bread is sold by the slice at such place, I would say, oh, you're joking. I don't know that. We bought a loaf of bread, 2 loaves of bread. No, nothing with nobody cutting up or putting our piece of paper give us. Any slicing is we do that. Yeah. So some person say, I never know my people never do that yet. No, we are in an era where we learn. We are in a different era. They did what their people taught them. And some of it, they came and they tried for themselves and it worked out nice. This bakery would be bearing and all they knew it for is that the dry one, the green one is set to make bay rum. And you have the bay rum. They did not know another era come and said, yes, you can cook with. And then, it keep passing down. But if you should hear somebody say that, for heaven's sake, don't put it and say you never hear your mother never do it, and because your mother never do it. It cannot be done because they don't know it all. If some of them should came back to life right now and saw what is happening now, they would stand back because they didn't know. They didn't know. But of course, and then my sibling came. One of my daughters, an omic teacher, and things that she learned, she come and she said, Mommy, you didn't know that so and so and so. Some never know for true. She said, yeah, Mona, we do it this way, Even you want to try hot dumpling and hot chocolate? It's nice. Yeah, it's good. I sent for some chocolate spoon. When it came, I'm going to show you that one. You grate that one. Jack, I don't know which of the country you're from, but if you have anything affiliated to do with Jamaica, you will know what I'm talking about. So you have the cocoa, you have the chocolate. Came from the same thing. But because one is processed and one is not processed, they call them 2 different names, same tree they come from. So this is how the kitchen thing goes. This is how cooking. We learn so much things. There is a cherry, they call it bird cherry at home. Every time I say I'm going to research that to get the scientific name, and I can't remember. Well, they call it bird cherry. They're red. They're sweet, but they're stiny, and they bear in bunches. And one day, I always pick them because you see a lot of the trees around. I forget what country where, I think it's Africa. I don't know if that's where it came from. I'll have to go back again. And one day I was looking on the cherry. And I said to myself, I've never seen anybody do it. I've never heard of anybody doing it. But I looked at the cherry and I said, I think these should be able to make wine. And I asked somebody to follow me, and I picked one of the white bucket full of cherries, ripe and pretty. And the person asked me, what you going to do with it? And I said, when I get home, I'm going to find out what I'm going to do with it. Certainly I'm not eating them because I couldn't eat so much. And I wash the cherries. I drain them dry. And I went and I get 10 pounds of dark sugar. I said, I am going to try something. Because sugar is a preservative along as well as salt. Sugar is an extractor as well. So if sugar is an extractor, and it's also a preservative, I think I can make something from this. And believe you me, all of them came off their little twigs. And I put some sugar at the bottom of the other bucket. And then I layered the cherries on top of the sugar. Bring it up to a height. And then I put sugar on that layer on top. And then I layer a next set of cherries on top. And I did that right up to the top. I covered the bucket and I left it there. 3 days times. I started smelling the cherry. That was the first thing happened. And I said, wow, this look like things going. The third day when I opened the bucket, I could scoop off juice from it. And I start, taking out that juice, add to somewhere else. I went and I get some bottles, and the amount of juice I got almost a dozen bottles. And the amount of juice, the bottles fill. I get 2 gallon, not 2 gallon, and I get all glass bottles. A third day when I tasted the thing, I am tasting wine. So, wow, it's working, man. Till this day, I still have some at home. And it's not 1 or 2 person I give it to. I labeled them. I show it to my daughter, and she said, label them that you know the timing. And I came home from work one evening. When I touched the gate, I smelled wine. And I said, somebody is like you're at a wine, at a wine pit. And then I went through my gate and opened the door. The wine smell. I said, no man, something wrong in here. So when I went in, about 3 bottles break up. What I didn't think, I shouldn't have corked it that tight. The entire place was wine. And so much person I gave it to taste. They said, no, I don't believe it's a cherry did this. So who tell you? Nobody. I just look at it and said, okay. I think, and I always say I would like to do wine. I think that this can be done. And I did it. And you were surprised to know. So you keep throwing off the wine, and then, because I didn't want it to be doing into the bucket. In the plastic, because the bucket is plastic. So I rather to have them in a glass bottle. But remember, wine, you you get, you do wine in a board thing, the barrel, so so I didn't want it. And it break up the glass because the pour of the wine. When announced it, I used the OETT apple and I did wine. And we labeled it as well. We dated it up. And they were having a fair. Somebody told the persons who were in charge, who were selecting some persons, and they gave me a call and asked if I would join the fair. And I said yes. And they asked what I would say. I would like you to bring some of the wine. I said, okay, no problem. And there's some roots. We use it and do roots wine. Yes, wine kill. But we use it and do roots wine. It wasn't me who looked those roots. So I don't even know what root and what root. But the person did the thing and I put it down and it eventually turned wine. And so we went to this big fair and I got a booth for myself and I do my layout and all the rest of it. And to my surprise, the amount of wine testers that were under my booth, and when they tasted the OETT apple, because you label it, you put your things on it, and they said, what did you do? They can't believe that. And of course, you don't really give some of your secrets to them people, because they are going to take it. And even if you start in a market, the big heads then just knock you out of the market and take it over like our Grace take over everything. It's for them coconut juice, it's for them coconut this. Grace just grab everything and just eat the small man. Those are the things that happen in our country. So that is why sometimes some persons do not do some establishment. Because if they cannot get the bottom line out of you, they will close it down. And the amount of, I had the one with the OETT apple, I had to hide the bottle of to eat it somewhere. It's when they touch the cherry, and this one call this one, and some of them stand up there and intend to finish all I have there by just sit there and drink it. And guess what? It's a creeper. It's a creeper. It's nice. And it's tempting to drink, but you see, afterward, it's a creeper. Just like that. And the other day I was saying to somebody, the person said to me, or asking me about sorrel cake. I said to the person, we're going to give you a secret. He said, you see how sorrel red and pretty? Yeah, it's a creeper. I said to the person, you see how sorrel red and pretty? You will never put it in the oven and you get it like that. When you put in your mixture and done, if you just use the sorrel like that, you will never, and I bet you everything you have. Test me. But she said, but it have the color. I said, well, what do you think they use food coloring for? To enhance that color. I said, years ago, I tried it. And I pured the sorrel. And it is mixed in my butter. And all I get the taste of the sorrel, but no color. Everything gone. I said, I tried it with other things. Even the great beetroot, if you mix it with it, you don't know what you're doing. You don't get it. You said, what? I said, test me. So that is what the food coloring is for. I said, my daughter do omic. And she was the first one who said to me, to keep the color of the thing, you get the thing and you put it with there. And if you're smart enough, you will bring the color to look not exactly as red, but close to it. Because if you do too much, people will know that is the coloring you use. It was really, I said yes. So if you don't know, but some of these things, I don't use them because just then a man came in and he said, you're right. You're right. Old food is making some coloring now that is organic. That's what I know because they use the beetroot and they use the other things, but something else good. Just like if you're going to do an art test and they say they're going to give it a dye, they give it a dye to show up whatever. If you're going to do a eye test, they have a thing that they drop in the eye. And when you pass your urine, it is in there and it's in your eye, then put it. So it dye your entire body. You see, tricks in trade and matches sticks in business. There are so much things to learn. As I said to her, there are some persons that these things go against them. So there are some things I don't use because you don't know who, can have a problem with it. I said, especially when you're dealing with children, some persons are. So there are some things I don't do. Yeah. So yes, thank you for being here with me. Thank you for listening to me. I hope you learned one or two things out of what I said. But just still not happy with what I see there. It's not for people's ear. Why am I begging so hard? Please tap it up. This is what YouTube, if for those that don't know, this is what YouTube use to sell your channel. So the more people, 100 people can be watching the channel right now. Just like this, you have 5 people who like the channel. They don't look at the 100 that is watching the channel. They look at the 5 that top because they said, okay, it is active. This channel is active. This is a channel that other persons, the content, this is a channel that the content that other persons wanted to know. How you think many people, let's say Morocco, Philippines, because I get people from there, when they released the channel, people came in and they watched from there. Okay? So you go on other person's platform, whether it be a big platform or a small platform, and you hear them saying, give me some likes, give me some likes. This is it. This is what they use. They call it the algorithm. So this is what makes the channel. Said, okay, the channel. Adrian, I can offer you a glass of sorrel. And I also can offer you, please tap on the like button for me. And I can offer you this too. I hope you're not hungry. Because if you're hungry, then you're going to get more hungry. Okay? And angry too. So this is what YouTube uses. So when you tap on it, it sends your channel going. They call it the algorithm. So that is when you go on other channel and you will hear them say, tap on the screen, tap on the screen. Give me some likes, give me some likes. Right? You have persons from like Netherlands and so I haven't seen them here now. But you have a lot of people from other countries that call me. You understand? So when I'm asking for the like is to Nicholas times Nicholas. Thank you for pushing the like button. This is what's, you know, boost up the channel on YouTube. Say, okay, this channel is active, so we can send the channel go on. And the contents that are on the channel, it is good content. I don't use other person's content because this is what will go against their laws. So all the content that is on my channel, it's my own content. Now they bring in something else that they will not say anything to you. But when you reach a certain part, they can, you won't be monetized, one, because I am using job content. So most of the time you see something came out and everybody up down on this and running with it, whether it is true or it is false. They don't stop to know, they don't, and they put people's um, picture and they do so many things. It's against the law. It is against. But they don't know. They are just saying, well, okay. And then they will put up a caption and then tell a lie. Them say this the person glass of drink was so blue. And after they drink it, they just fall over. And you look at that caption and you fly over their channel and you say, oh my God, and they listen. And they never said anything about this. Misleading information. And they are up against those things. Until now, I can't stop reading because they are giving me their things and their things. And they're giving me their things. So I like to work for myself. I like to do my own thing. I don't like to get the glory from other people's work. I like to do my own work. Right? So when I glory from my own work. Yeah, yes, you go big online. But there are some persons, they depend upon other people content, other people work to be glory from it. And sometimes they glory in a way that they get good pay from it and the other person work gone. You know? So I am a person that I love to do my own things. So you will never find me go right through my things. You'll never find another person work on my channel. No. I will do my own thing. I figure out something. I put something today and say, okay. Glory to joy. Okay. Give me a second. Yes, thank you. So you will never find me having somebody, this is on somebody's channel, and I went and I took it off and make it my own. No. I must be able to explain to you what I do here. I must be able to say, okay, the spinach should not be cooked, better you eat it raw, and things like that. So I don't use other people's work. I don't use other people's work to glory with. I don't do it. So even if I went on other people's channel and I listen to them, and you hear something come out and everybody is tumbling over each other to get a piece of the pie, quicker to get a piece of the pie. No. Even if it is something that you can talk about, I will speak around the situation, calling no names, putting nothing for you to know that, because I generalize the entire thing, because what happened to you right here can happen to somebody else around there can. So you generalize the whole thing, and you just don't nail somebody and say, and oh, and you call the name. No, no, no. And believe you me, I am proud of myself for that. That whatever I do it on my own. I don't use other persons. I don't use other person's content and make it my own. Yeah. Yes, very exclusive. Very exclusive. You notice when I am not doing a kitchen live, in which I say to everyone that comes and I said, I welcome you to my kitchen. Everything is to do with food and kitchen. So when I am doing a next live, you notice I don't mention kitchen. The other day somebody came on here and I was talking and I said, I love to see the male. A lot of people like when male cook. And that's no joke. A name I just came up on here not long ago. If you saw that name when I said, "Hi Adrian, if you want to drink." He's a very good cook. It's a young man, but let me tell you, he loves the kitchen. So I always said, I love to see when men cook. Sometimes when a man cook, you enjoy. It's like the food sweeter. So I said, I like to see when men get involved with the kitchen, man. I love to see that. Somebody was on the live and he said, yes, he is a male. I love the kitchen. I'm good at the kitchen. And I am also good in the bedroom. I said, stop right there. Stop right there. We are talking about the kitchen. You notice I didn't mention, you notice my caption? You notice my welcome? I didn't mention no other room in the house. So, that is not for you to come and tell me. My kitchen is my kitchen. We talk about food here. We try to inspire the people here. And I always said it, I love to see the male active in the kitchen. Okay, right? First time, you would never walk into a restaurant and see women in there cooking. You would never go to the hotel and a woman is cooking. They didn't want period woman to cook. Yes, you can work there, you will do the prep, you will do, but to cook. Put on top of that, first time, if persons went in a restaurant and is a woman is the cook that don't want the food. Anybody know that? Put it right there. That sort of segregation where woman is concerned, and well, how we grow up. We grow up that is woman control kitchen. So a parent would leave the boys out and bring in the woman to cook. The girls are the one who learn to cook. But over time, they changes it. Because you would have some boys, right, you would have some boys who can't, they don't know the food cook good. They don't know, they know nothing, right? Because mommy and daddy says, the girls, the boys go play games. Things have changed. My daughter that do homework, when the boys are not doing academically well in other class, she went and she get them. She said, come. And there are boys who is thanking her. You have boys in Top Chef in hotel. because they couldn't manage this under pressure, and they get to like the kitchen. And yet, it's no, it's a few women can say they are top chef. Yeah. But one time, no, men, so men used to do this. They went into the restaurant, and who is the cook? Is a woman cook you have? Yes, I said, women don't want the food. I only hope it's a man cook you have, you know. I only hope it's a man chef you have, you know. And they will eat from the man. And you can't really wrong them. God, you notice it. Yeah, you can't wrong them. Because sometimes worse when ladies start wear the long nails. Nobody don't want them. No. So if you're thinking to go, so I always said, I love to see the men. Yeah. Always be men. They don't want the woman to be a cook. So you see the thing turn. Yes, mommy, teach me to be in the kitchen, but afterward, because there are so many different things that came out on the woman's side. Yeah. And let me tell you, when a man, what is okay, yeah. When a man really learn to handle their kitchen, the best cook and chef those you have. Trust me. No, right? When a man really, honestly, who was always a baker? A man, not a woman. Ben no want the woman. Yeah, you can work in other places, so. Not prepared for it. You see, some of the time, the woman get ahead of themselves in some things, you know. Some said, you know, I can't ruin the arms, you can't ruin the air, and they want to be, while the man look at it and he put on them thing, and is the man that? And the man, yes. Yeah, it's what is it? It is what it is. But I am happy. So when that person came on and said, yeah, I'm good in the bedroom, you know, it's like you just want to throw off everything. Excuse me. When it's bedroom time, we talk about bedroom time. I said, brethren, I don't mix my life does not mix that way. My life don't mix that way. Right? So this is how it goes, but I honestly love to see when men handle themselves in the kitchen. I like to see it. I just like to see a man cook. Just love a chef. Right? They are, don't matter what they became in life, be it the president, be it the prime minister, whatever, they can handle themselves. You want to try the breadfruit? There are some what a market name? There are some West Indian stores, and there are some other stores that they bought the breadfruit, and you can roast it or you can bake it in your oven. Maybe you're not at a place to open, but also, for example, with the refrigerator, same. Look here. When we're at home and breadfruit is really plenty, sometimes breadfruit is like everybody have breadfruit. Breadfruit, breadfruit. Breadfruit is the mark of the day. And we will roast our breadfruit and load them in the freezer. So anytime months are here, you can pull out your breadfruit, and when you're going to warm it, some people love to fry breadfruit. Yeah. And the breadfruit is nice, especially when it is just turning. Pull out your breadfruit and you slice and you just put it on a low, and you get your breadfruit as if it just pick and roast. It's nice. So you get your breadfruit, and I didn't even know they sold breadfruit here by the pound. I was rather frightened the other day. Because it says by the pound they sell the breadfruit. I said, what? We have breadfruit that's growing all over the place. I came here, but yeah. I don't know if, because sometimes my daughter purchase breadfruit and come. A bag just swing in here, so I was looking at breadfruit is in it. And you can boil breadfruit, you know. Breadfruit can boil. Not necessarily, you know. Not necessarily. Okay, let me tell you. It is that natural. After you roasted the breadfruit and you peel it off, whatever it is, just taste it. Roast it and just taste it. And you will know if you want to add anything other than what you are going to eat it with. And some people will add salt, but it's like everything is in it already. This is one of the fruit. This is one of the fruit. That's not a fruit. One of the food that you'd said already have everything in it. All you have to do is, if it's fish, if it's, some people eat it with salted codfish. Yeah, you can use your oil. No baking powder. No, you're not baking. I was just looking at, she brought in a breadfruit here for me to show you what happened. What are you doing? Cassandra, what you doing? Camera tilt. I am trying to explain properly to you. If you Google breadfruit, you will see the breadfruit. Okay? Whatever you are cooking, you're going to prepare to eat it with. That is the one you put the oil and the whatever, your gravy or whatever. The breadfruit, you just roast it. You can boil it, but I think you want it roast more than anything. So you just put it on your stove top. If you have outside grill thing, you can put it on the outside grill. Or you can roll it in your oven. But sometimes I think it takes too long in the oven. That's my opinion. But you just put it on the thing, turn it as you go. When you want to know if it is properly roasted, so you know where the stem is attached, you put it on the bottom, the stem turn up, and you will hear some of the breadfruit, not all. Because the breadfruit is not well fit, you will hear the water bubbling on the inside until that is dried. So you turn it and turn it until some breadfruit is very easy to roast. You just use a knife. You just use a knife and put it in the heart. We call it the heart. That is where the stem is, where the heart is. So you just, and if it go down very easily, it is roast. If it is not going down easy, it's needed more time to roast. So when you do that, size the bottom, the top, and when it is finished, you remove it from the stove, make it cool down, and you peel it, and you serve it with whatever you're serving it. Where's my sexy cooking? And you know what is this? This is pasta in tomato sauce. Yeah. Yeah, so that is how you do the breadfruit. Just Google it, Google breadfruit, and they'll show you the tree and you'll see the fruit in there. Yes. So it's easy to be done. I guess I'm gonna get a breadfruit and do it on the live one of the day entry. I think I did breadfruit here already. Okay, if you went through my things, you will see where I am peeling a breadfruit. It is in scroll through and you will see. Scroll through and you will see where I serve breadfruit with. What did I serve it with? Something, it's on the plate though. Scroll through it and you will see. There was one when it's on the stove roasting. I haven't seen that one in a while. I don't know. I would have to scroll through. But scroll through my things then. And you will saw where I stood up and I am peeling a breadfruit. I even reposted that video. I reposted that video the other day. So scroll through and you will see it. Scroll through, you will see where the breadfruit cut after it finished roasting, and we cut it and slice it up nicely and place it with what. So you don't need any oil to roast it. Just roast it where you need oil and salt and all the rest of things. It's after you are finished roasting it and what you prepare to eat it with, whether you're going to eat it with fish, with chicken, with just about what you want to eat. Breadfruit goes nice with everything. Yes, this pasta, easy cook, quick meal. Yes. And these leaves that you're looking on, it's bay leaves. That is there. Okay? So, hey man, I would love you to taste of the breadfruit. You'll like it. You like it. There's somebody is going to be coming up. I don't know. But we can get breadfruit here. The West Indian stores and the mostly in the West and uh, Trader Joe's and those places don't sell those things. You have to go to the West Indian stores and you see the breadfruit and you purchase your breadfruit. And the stem in it, you may get it with the stem. The stem is about this length in it. You put the knife around and screw out the stem. You don't need to roast it with the stem. So you remove the stem from it. And you're good to go. Yes. And breadfruit make a lot of things. Breadfruit can make mayonnaise too, the right breadfruit. Breadfruit can make chips. Breadfruit chips is nice. Yes. So there are so many things you can do with breadfruit. There. So yes, this is it. So thank you for your participation. Thank you very much. Thank you for the likes. Still quarreling about the likes. Still quarreling about the likes. Okay then, have a good one. It's happy to have you here. Now I'm gonna be closing the live now. All right. Thank you very much for being here. Thank you for your participation. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your likes. Thank you for the love. I need more likes. I need the likes to balance the love. Yeah. I need more likes to balance up the love. Please. Yes, thank you very much. It's a pleasure having you in the kitchen. The kitchen is nice to be in. This is where you show love. This is where you receive love. Because food is love. Energy. just about everything you get from food. Without food, you ain't have all the nutrients that you have, the energy on the air. So this is where, which is this kitchen, another kitchen, wherever, but the kitchen is where you should be every time, all the time, anytime, because this is where you drew your inspiration from as well, from food. You know, it taught you so many things because guess what? You look at the vehicle, and if there's no gas or um, if there's no gas or thing there oil, the vehicle can't move. Even if water is in it and all the rest of the thing, and there's no fuel in it to make the vehicle move, it sits there. And that's just of the human body. There's no food, the body is going to turn on itself. It's going to feed off the reserve, and that reserve that you have, when it is finished, it turns on itself, and then you get malnourished. Okay, thank you. I read it when I'm through. Thank you. Right? So think of your body like a motor vehicle. Right? Think of it that way. And each one of us have reserve. We have reserve in, and when you are not getting what you're to get, and it use up the reserve, then you have nothing. So the body turn, the organs them start going well, and when you're damaged that way, it is hard for you to come back. When you're damaged that way, you know some of the time that they use peanut oil. I was working in the institution, and there were many babies, children coming in malnourished. They call it the Hoshi babies. And you know what they use to start bring them back before they can even give them food? They will put things together and mix, and pour a lot of peanut oil in it. And it have to break them down, carry them down further, because these malnourished baby, this is how they're big. They look like a balloon. But when you put your finger on them, they're so soft. So they have to break down and then build back. Right. So we don't want that. So we have to stick to the kitchen. And for those that are, yeah, man, start your little thing in the kitchen can make you be a very rich person, you know. Billionaire, trillionaire. Yeah. The man that started Mother's Potty, where you think he started it? In his kitchen, in his mom's kitchen. And when he started it, he give it to his friends to taste, and him start going and start going. And look at him today. Look at the different outlets today. Yeah. Thank you very much for being here. It's a pleasure. It feels like I should stay, but duty's call. I can't stay. There are other things for me to take care of, so I will have to leave you. And of course, these guys is home from school, and they want to come and hunt into the kitchen to see what they want to eat and things like that, and they don't want to pass in front of the camera. So respect to them, and respect to, you know, and respect all of you. Love. Bless, 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 bless. Thank you all. It's a pleasure again, and this channel, Aquarian Positivity Positive, is tuning out for now. Thank you very much.